We have with us Niron Hashai, our host here at the Allison School at IDC. He's the dean, also my former advisor. And he's going to present a paper about global value chains. Can you tell us a little bit about the paper, Niron?
So we know that many firms have global value chains, meaning that if I'm Tesla, I'm buying components, et cetera, from very different suppliers. And at the end, somebody buys cobalt for the batteries somewhere. And what we know traditionally from global value chains is that firms tend to internalize only several stages, the first stages of the value chains, because the further you go down the value chain, it becomes complicated to control, like distant suppliers that are at quite a large organization distance from you. Yeah. So there is a transaction cost issue here. But, and it's a big but, if we bring like ESG or social considerations here, and we hear about reputational issues that can come up. For instance, if you employ not in the right way,
Not give an example.
You employ blood diamonds or cobalt mines. In this case, it's cobalt mines where people are enrolled without getting the right conditions, etc.
And the reputational cost could go all the way up to Apple and Tesla.
Okay, exactly. So suddenly, from a transaction cost per se consideration, they don't want to internalize the mines. But if what we are showing, we develop a formal model in this paper where we show that sometimes you need to internalize both the head and the tail of the global value chain, because the tail might really cause severe reputational damages to a company. And even if from a pure transaction cost consideration, it does not make sense to internalize a cobalt mine if you're Tesla or Apple, you might be driven to do so.
Amazing. So the ESG reputational considerations of the tails of your value chain are internalizing the transaction cost economics, internalizing the externalities all the way up. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Especially because in many cases, when you're talking about, for instance, natural resources, these are located in countries where it's easy to find issues that are considered in the Western world unethical and things that should not be done. And if you do not control the mine yourself, you cannot really know what is your fourth or fifth level supplier doing.
Oh, that's fantastic. So if I'm a consumer and I go and protest because of cobalt mines in my Tesla, that actually might make a difference.
May influence the global value chain.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Niron.
You're welcome.